This weekend, close to 2 billion Muslims in the U.S. and around the world will be celebrating Eid al-Fitr, the fast breaking the holy month of Ramadan. And it comes as several countries in the Middle East are seeing a spike in coronavirus cases, and that includes Saudi Arabia, which is closing off holy sites. It's normally flooded by visitors this time of year, while Iran, which has had one of the worst and largest outbreaks in March, appears to be headed toward a second spike in cases. Zachary Wright is an associate professor of history and religious studies at Northwestern University in Qatar. He joins me now from Doha. Zachary, thank you for joining us. Walk us really through the importance of Eid, and especially, it really is such a family celebration and gathering. How is that being impacted around the globe with the coronavirus?
Yes, thank you, Reena, for having me on. Yeah, Eid is a really special time, especially after during the month of Ramadan, you've kind of been inside a lot already, and you're kind of ready to go out and have coffee with friends, etc. So it's a really social time, the Eid that marks the end of Ramadan. It's also a time when people are really, families are getting together. You're wearing your best clothes. You're going to pray outside all together. And so it's something that people really look forward to. And this is, it's really, really tough time. It almost feels like, the kind of, the discipline of Ramadan is perpetually with us. You have to keep inside, keep your heart with God, and not worry about it.
Clearly a month where very much so having faith is of such crucial importance. You're coming to us from Qatar, which has actually seen a steady rise in cases in the recent weeks. What's the government doing to sort of deal with the coronavirus and prevent this from getting worse?
Yeah, so Dr. Kouari, the health minister, she was on recently, kind of addressing us, and she basically admitted that there is one of the highest rates of per million of infection in the world in Qatar. But what she explained was that most of these are from densely populated areas, mostly an industrial area, and also that there's lots of testing going on, and as I understand it, like more targeted testing. So they're going after, they have special teams that are kind of tracing people who have been in contact with people who have been infected, and then going out to test them. So the good thing, of course, is that the rate of death is, although any death is a great sadness, but is very low. I think we have only 16 deaths in Qatar so far.
Which is remarkable. But Qatar is also a very wealthy country. They've got the financial means and the ability to deal with this. But you've got other countries like Yemen, where nearly 80% of the population actually relies on aid. The UN says the country's health system was, quote, in effect, collapsed. Walk us through sort of how difficult it is for Yemen right now and how some of these Arab countries are struggling to deal with the coronavirus.
Yeah, I think that there's no doubt that this puts a substantial strain on countries' resources. I think there's, subsidies of various kinds that need to be put in place to support citizens during this time, not to mention the health services that are required and the staff. So my heart really goes out to people in Yemen that have already, and other places that are already facing an incredible crisis, a human crisis right now. But I do think that it's not necessarily poverty that's completely equatable with the ability to cope with. Of course, money helps, but I was reminded of a report that Al Jazeera ran about Senegal in West Africa and how they've been able to develop a $1 test and actually, basically through their experience with dealing with the Ebola virus, that they've actually done pretty well. So I'm sure, Senegal and other places need more money at all times for their healthcare system. And certainly my heart goes out to Yemen and other places, Syria, that are really suffering right now from a whole variety of issues, and Corona just compounds these problems. So it's really important, I think, for all of us, around the world, the human family, Muslims especially during this time, to share our resources to help other people.
Absolutely. And what a wonderful lesson. I want to thank you very much, Zachary Wright, for joining us and giving us a little bit of a history and a window into Eid this weekend. Eid Mubarak to you.
Eid Kareem. Thank you.